This episode is dedicated to the friends and family of Elizabeth Tamilore Odunsi. Tammy was cherished by so many. She embodied strength, perseverance, and dedication, and she excelled academically. She will always remain 23 years young in our hearts. She was taken from us far too soon. Though her time here was brief, she still left the world a little brighter simply by being in it. John 16:22 says, "So with you, now is your time of grief, but I will see you again and you will rejoice, and no one will take away your joy."
I'm Princess.
I'm Roz.
And I'm Ree.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Shawty, she a freak. 10-10 freak. She don't want to speak, she want beat to the beat. I'm the voice of the street, press a freak in the sheet. She want me for her tea, I got me for your meat. Like, yeah, man. Shawty, she not man, man. Oh, yeah, man.
Do you know what? That's so weird because I was looking when I was waiting on the bus, to get into Stratford from the airport, right? Took for ages, by the way, right? I just saw this woman with red hair and just made me think people with, that bright red hair, they would win me in a fight every single time. They don't mess around, bro.
Oh, they don't.
If you have that electric red hair,
my mom can't fight. Like, she goes to 0 to 100 so quick.
People with bright wigs can fight still.
Yeah.
electric red. Yeah. Those are the people that you have to watch out for, bro. It doesn't matter. They could be 88 or 18. I'm backing down.
Bro.
That is too funny.
No, should we do the intro before I drop the...
Okay, yes. Okay, guys, I'm Roz.
I'm Ree.
And I'm Princess.
And we are Get the Gist podcast.
Where we make the hard conversations easy.
You are now tuning in to your weekly subscription to The Gist.
And guys, we are with the ACAST Creator Network program. Appreciate you for listening to those ads. Money off you make. And guys, we've got an extra special, beautiful guest beside me today. Her name is Georgina.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Is that your first name?
Yeah.
Considering you're a Yoruba babe.
Yeah, actually.
I like your parents did that.
I have a lot of names. I've got 7 Nigerian names.
Oh.
If I had to name every single one right now, I would be here all day. I don't know them.
Oh.
Yeah. Me and all my siblings we've got our English names first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are
you
Igbo or Yoruba?
Yoruba.
Okay, because you look like an Igbo babe.
And I'm
It's
really
the yellow.
pale,
Yeah, the yellow is so rich. Rich in yellow.
Yeah, literally, I'm Yoruba.
But yeah, okay, so I did my driving test.
That was weird.
I knew you were going to do that. So I failed.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm a driver. I could drive though.
Clock it.
That was one of the best driving.
It was the first
one.
Girl, I failed my first one too.
Because obviously, my learner's permit was expiring, so obviously you have to book a test so it can, prolong. Do you know what I mean? So obviously the test came, and I couldn't move the date. Bro, 335 euros.
Oh my god.
Because obviously the driving test cost 85, and then obviously to rent a car in the pre-test was 250. Obviously when I failed and the guy was telling me why I failed or whatever, I started crying, but not because I failed, because I have to do 300 again, 335 euros again, plus extra 50 euro an hour for driving tests. Do you know what I mean? Calm. But obviously on the day was the first time I did a 3-point turn.
Oh, period.
Did you get?
And it was like a 3.5 turn because I had to just reverse a little bit, but I still.
Why they say 3-point turn, because
I killed
way
it.
some roads are. You need a couple more turns.
I need a couple more.
Yeah.
I can't do a 3-point turn. I don't think I've ever done one in my life.
Yeah.
No, I don't have my license. I feel like
You did one today though with me in the car. You did good.
Loki, yeah.
It was this way and she ended up that way. So
yeah. Wait, so it's 300 euro the usual price?
335. Obviously, for the pre-test and to rent, because I don't have my car, so I had to rent a car. And obviously, it was a Friday. Everyone's working. Nobody's car is available on Friday. So that's why I had to pay.
I did my test on a Friday too, child.
Bro, but you a big girl. You bought your car. You had your car.
Yeah. I had my car.
Yeah.
My car was not that much bigger than your car. I got a very tiny. I had a Toyota Aygo. It was 4-seater. It was very small. It was a mental death trap.
So have you got your license now?
Yeah. I've been having my license.
She was
I had it
teaching me
6-7 years.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
How was yours?
And I don't want to anymore.
I've been driving for 6 years since, I don't know, maybe I literally got my license when I was 17. I think I started driving when I was 18.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so 6 years.
Baby girl, you're not doing that bad. I know someone who failed their test 7 times.
Yeah.
I failed
And it was a
4.
man.
Manual?
Auto.
Automatic.
Oh wait, yeah, sorry, it was manual.
I
I thought you said no. I thought you said Emmanuel. I I said, girl, did you just bait?
No. Like, is it like
it was manual.
failing automatic 7? I pray to God that's not me. I pray to God. Please, God, please. I don't want to say
Manual
anything.
ain't easy,
Bro-
though.
But I have no business driving a manual car.
No.
My test was in auto.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I did mine manual, but now I have an
I did mine
automatic.
manual.
I respect people that can pass.
My
it
test was
manual.
in-
I couldn't.
Automatic.
Yeah.
But like, that was one of the best driving I promise you I've ever done in my life.
But see,
Yeah.
like, these instructors know what they're doing because, like, the first one that I failed, I thought I even drove better in that first one. And because I failed the first one, I was terrified for the second one because I had to, like, reverse around the corner. And you know, when you're reversing around the corner, you're not supposed to go outside the line. Girl, I went so far out of the line. He still passed me. He said, you looked in all your mirrors.
That's
what's
what
up.
they want to do. They want you to do like this. But I was focusing on perfecting reversing around the corner. Like, I was trying to get that shit. So obviously I was looking at that, what's it got, the right. First of all, I'm dyslexic because if they're saying right, I'm gonna turn left. I'm gonna indicate left. So I was watching like a video that helps with like tests, and he was like, just let your driver know that you're dyslexic and you can't tell rights and lefts properly. So I let him know, look, I struggle with my right and left, so can you please direct me and stuff like that. But yeah, I was looking on the right mirror like a lot, but you're supposed to do like this.
Yeah,
You're supposed to
They want you to break
peacock,
your
like,
neck.
You know,
look at
legit.
it.
Bro,
Legit.
they said you have to wear like maybe dangly earrings or like a ponytail for girls because it helps them know that you're twisting your head. I promise I was twisting my head, but he didn't.
So did he tell you what you failed for?
Yeah, so basically, okay, so in the area I live in, there's like bare speed bumps and roundabouts. So obviously,
with it.
yeah, so obviously like maybe I hit the roundabouts a bit too tough, but we got over them though. That's
Yeah,
maybe
that's
we
the
got
most
over them.
important
Do you know what I mean?
part.
Like, it wasn't even
Exactly.
a that thing. Like my mom is tough. Anyway, that. And then obviously the main thing, I got 1-3, and the 3 was because obviously there's lots of construction going on in the area. So there was this big truck with rocks in it coming out, and I saw it, and I broke. I just broke too soon.
Yeah.
But like it was still a space, a distance between. Like I started slowing down, but he filmed me. He goes, I saw that way before that you did. And I was like, well, I saw it though. I stopped. Did you die?
Yeah.
No,
Did you die?
You
Yeah,
died though.
you
Like
died.
we're both alive, literally. And then obviously like one thing as well that I struggle with is like my positioning on the road.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, especially approaching roundabouts. But I can do a roundabout.
The roundabouts. I don't know what way they're building roundabouts these days, yeah. But I don't know where. I don't know where I'm supposed to be positioned. Do you get me? Because why is there 3 different lanes all going the same way? You get me?
Fact.
And it's like, anyways.
That's literally what got me. But you know, we go again. Like I did cry, but just because of the fact that.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, sorry. You were talking.
You were talking, and I just locked eyes with Ree, and I went blank.
Yeah.
And she's just looking at me while I'm looking at her.
leave the room.
I looked at you. I looked back. Roz was still in the same place.
Still staring.
I feel like I'm interrupting something. You guys see the room or?
Bro, but yeah, that was my first test. Yeah.
Hopefully only one more.
Yeah, hopefully only one more.
It's
Yeah.
very rare people pass on the first time, and I
Yeah.
like
In general, I think.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think I've
it's
met
tough.
anyone that's passed the first time. I think you have to get the first one over and done with.
yeah. Actually, I'm actually the same. I don't know anyone who's passed the first time.
Yeah.
How was your driving test?
It was good. It was a woman.
Oh, okay.
I think I
Are they nicer?
Wholeheartedly, I think the only reason I passed is because she was a black woman as well. She was, so if she's probably not watching this, but I owe her my life. I think because on the day as well, she could tell I was really stressed, and she literally looked at me. She was like, "Just relax, you'll be fine." And I think that really set me off on a great note because after that, it felt like a breeze. It just felt like I was driving with my instructor. You know, like usually my lessons. That's how I felt. And she gave me. So I don't know how you guys do your parkings, but the one I got was pull over to the right and reverse 2 cars back. So I didn't have to parallel
What
park.
the heck? What the heck?
Oh, do you guys not?
What the heck was that? Please explain that, because in Ireland we just have to our reverse of the corner and 3-point turn. That's the only
You
complicated.
guys don't have to do parking.
No,
You don't have to do parallel park.
No. Oh my! I would
Really?
have died.
didn't ask
Oh
me that.
wow.
Even on the
I
day
would
of the
have
test,
parked.
he said park there. I said, I can drive straight.
No, like the only parking you do is like when you end your test and you park back.
Yeah.
No, so the we do in London, you have to answer a few questions as you're driving. You guys wait.
If that's
No.
why you're driving.
While you're driving.
So she said to me, show me how you put on your demister, like how you demist the car.
Why you're driving?
Yeah,
You're
or-
crazy. Was she hot?
You want to stress me
No,
out?
but that's what everyone does. You guys don't have that.
No, so
manner.
basically what we do is
No.
before the test starts, they ask us about the road signs and
Okay.
stuff like that, and then we get into the car. You have to show them. You have to open the bonnet, show them where the
I didn't even have to
all
do
that
that
stuff
for mine.
there.
Mine literally,
wow.
mine
And
literally
then-
entered the car and told me go left.
Yeah, you have to check the brake. They say turn on your brake light, turn off your brake light. Then you get into the car. You haven't moved.
How would
They're
you
like,
check your oil?
Yeah, how to check your oil. That's when you lift the
Your
bonnet.
tires as well. How the thread depth.
I didn't even do that. I would have failed that.
Yeah.
Anyways, calm. But you get into the car and then they ask you, okay, point me to where the demisters are. Point me to where the indicators are.
Oh no, us we do it as the car as we're moving.
So you're saying that you want me to multitask?
so
You want me to? You want me to die?
No, legit.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
say to
okay.
you, when it's safe to do so, show me how to pull down the passenger side window. So then, as I'm driving, I put down the
But what's my
window.
business if you're hot?
So what if? So what if I'm like, it's not safe to do so?
So then you just never do it. So then you fail. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. Yeah, they ask you to do stuff as the car's moving, and they ask you questions as well. I can't remember what kind of questions it is, even though I literally did my test this year. And then for parking, you could do a parallel park, you could do a forward bay park, reverse bay park.
Ford Bay Park.
Yeah, or I was so lucky. I got the easiest one. I literally had to pull over to the right and reverse 2 car lengths back.
In English? What? What's going on?
Reverse to the right.
No, pull over to the right. So
Okay,
park,
so yeah.
park on the right.
Yeah.
And then reverse the car 2
That
car
one is
lengths.
I can do that one.
Did you get what
No,
mean?
I can't do it. I'm so confused. I'm already 2 cars back.
So let's say, for example, like you, I don't even know how to explain it. Let's say you parked too forward. You want to reverse back in the parking space, something like that. You could do that, Ree.
Yeah, that's the easiest one out of all of them.
Yeah, the front bay. That would be a
what's the
nightmare.
front bay?
Who parks with the
You
front?
know when you're in like Asda or Tesco and you drive.
You
like,
just drive
into the bay.
But with the front of your car.
Yeah, you know
It's
the little
easier
bays
to
with the white-
reverse back into the bay, but to go to
Really?
the front, I think it's easier.
I think it's easier to.
But you know what? Me, I have a car with a car.
What is a bay?
Oh, you're
I think it's
lucky.
easy.
I'm even stuck. What's the bay?
You know the white lines.
Your
when you,
parking
like,
spot.
The square.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
not a
okay.
bay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then the parallel park.
That's, I still to this day I can't parallel park.
But
I
you
have
know,
no
you know the
business.
way you were once a policewoman, right? Huh? Yeah, you didn't know,
you didn't
baby
know, man?
girl.
Oh, God, is she a kana?
That's what we call our police. in
Wangarda.
Ireland. Wangarda Shiakana.
Oh, okay.
We call you a vanguarder.
A
Vanguard.
vanguard, like
Yeah.
a
Female.
body like.
A bad day.
Yeah, sorry, finish it.
Did you ever like get to like give anyone like a parking ticket or like stop anyone and be like, you driving too fast?
Me personally, no, I didn't care that much.
It would have moved to. It would have moved
That's
to
really
you.
bad.
You know what?
No, that
I
happened
would.
a lot.
I would use.
But I think I only cared about serious things. Like if it was something like a ticket, like a speeding ticket, I didn't really care. My colleague might, because there's 2 of us in a car. But me personally, no, I was just there for the vibes.
Okay.
So, like, what made you want to
Yeah.
get into that? Like,
So my dad's a police officer.
that always happens, though, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Like, it always runs in the family.
Like Ireland got its first black police officer. Wait, it wasn't my friend's ex-husband. So, how old is her kid? Okay, about 8 years ago.
Oh wow, the first.
It hit the news.
That
It hit the news.
Hey,
Everyone's like, did you hear there's a black police officer?
that is so crazy. But to be fair, even when I was in Ireland, because I've been to Ireland before, I didn't see a lot of black people.
where did you go?
Been to Ireland.
Did you go to Dublin?
No, I was in Blanchardstown.
What?
That's where they grew up.
Anyway,
yeah,
but anyways, if you come back, I'll show you.
And you didn't see a lot of
I
black
was gonna
people.
say, that is Negro Central.
Where did you go?
Well, as in,
Like, what day was it?
I think it was a weekday.
Maybe
Why
that's
did you go?
You have jobs now.
So one of my friends, she was graduating out there. Don't ask me where from because I can't remember.
Oh,
Me and
so
her
you
are
were
friends
like ITB? Like, it was probably TU Dublin, Blanchardstown, no?
potentially.
And you didn't see
yeah.
black people?
No, not
At the graduation. What was she studying?
I was really bored. I was really bored out there. There's not a lot. Oh my gosh, I tried spice bag. Yeah. I love that so much.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, when you come again, just let us know.
Yeah.
Like,
We will take you
Yeah.
around.
We will
We
show
will
you.
in Dublin. We will make it fun.
yeah.
It was
Is-
very fun.
So, did your friend just study out there? Like, did she do, like, or is she from Ireland?
So she studied out there, and then she was moving to London. So she came to London for work for a bit, and then we grew quite a close connection. And she was like, "Oh, I'm going back to Ireland to graduate. Do you want to come?" I was like, "Oh yeah, like why not?"
Oh, really? We probably know her.
Oh really?
She's from Ireland. I don't
Yeah.
know. Not me.
Probably.
I'm not from Dublin.
Yeah, I'm actually not friends with her anymore. Though, so
Okay,
it's really
fair.
awkward.
Anyways,
Yeah.
F
not
Blanche.
friends with her
Anyways,
too.
no joking. But so you like your dad's a police officer,
Yeah.
and then you just decided like,
Yeah. So my year was the year of in 2020 when we had lockdown.
Yeah.
COVID, that was when I was doing. Do you guys know about GCSEs?
yeah.
So that was my year group. So I'm actually the year that didn't do my GCSEs. I got the grade. I didn't actually do the exams. You know, school was a lot of in and out, especially because so just before they put us in a national lockdown, they sent all the kids home with asthma, and I've got asthma as well. So education was really up and down. It was really confusing, all the online learning. So academically, I was already set back. went into sixth form, dropped out within the first year because it just wasn't for me. I don't know, I've just never been an academic person. And so, yeah, I left sixth form and then I was just working like a few odd jobs here and there. And my dad was like to me, why don't you join the police? I was like, why not? I did it for 2 years. I joined when I was 19. So I was really young. I was a baby. It was definitely, I've definitely appreciated the time I spent there. It taught me a lot. It definitely matured me 110%. I saw things that a normal 19-year-old wouldn't see. And yeah, I always appreciate it. I actually used to work where she lost her bag on the bus in Barking.
Oh,
Barking and Dagenham, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But so like, what's your training like?
To be fair, it's not that much. I think this is gonna sound crazy. Anyone can join the police. I think from the time that they accepted me, I think anyone can join the police. The training is not that intense, like at all.
Do they do any like physical training?
Yeah, you just have to get level 5 on the bleep test, and if you can't get level 5 on the bleep,
Level
test,
5 on the bleep test. Gee, I don't know if I could do it these days, bro.
it's actually not that bad. I think you're running for a total of 3 minutes, like literally just back and forth.
That's even still too long. Because I run now and I taste blood.
Oh my god!
Do
you have asthma?
I should probably check.
Yeah,
Legit.
I do that. When I run in winter, I taste blood.
Oh really?
Right, I'm like, that metallic taste. I said, that don't taste
That's
right.
actually really scary. But yeah.
And then like, so where like, I see the police force sort of like medicine. Do you know what I mean? Because you can go into different departments.
Yeah.
Like, what department were you in?
So because I was only there for 2 years, I was just in the standard what is it called? Oh my gosh. And I was literally just in the job last year. I don't know why I've forgotten. But just normal parole officer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't in any specialized unit yet because I was still in my probation. Probation is usually 3 years. Okay. I left the second year. So I didn't even get to finish my probation. But yeah, in terms of specialized units, I was going to go to a unit that specializes women and girls. I was really interested in that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't get there, but I don't know. Who knows if the police is back in the books for me? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
because the passion that you have for like women's safety, I wouldn't be surprised if it is something that
I went back to. Do you get what I mean? Yeah.
And what made you very passionate in it? I think the word is it femicide?
No, so I think femicide is like the killing and the abuse of women.
Yes.
So what I would like to call myself an extreme feminist.
Ooh.
I believe women are the best thing on earth.
Because we are.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we had a world of just women, would I be mad? No, actually. I'd be quite content. I feel like I'm an extreme feminist. I feel like women genuinely run the world, even though like it is a man's world. I feel like without us, it's nothing.
We're the brains behind it all.
It's actually nothing.
They are nothing without us.
Quite literally, yeah. I think we run it all. I feel like to have a good woman in your life is really important.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like we're underrepresented and we're underappreciated.
Did you feel that in the police force?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Especially being a black woman. I was the only black woman on my team. This is well, it's not really a funny story, but so my career was really difficult being a black woman in the police force, being a young black woman in the police force. I think the craziest part of that kind of, I don't want to call it discrimination. Microaggressions? Yeah. I got called into a meeting because of my box braids. Yeah.
Really?
It was that bad. I remember I went home from work that day. I literally went to my mum and I just started bawling my eyes out. I said to her, braid.
And you're a braids girly.
I'm a braid. I love a braid.
Yeah.
I love a braid. I cried to my mum. I was like, they literally held a meeting because of my braids. Apparently it didn't meet uniform standards. I don't know how. But it just wasn't.
Oh, they would hate to see me coming.
Do you get what I mean? And I think it's really hard trying to explain to a room of old white men about my hair. Do you get what I mean? They wouldn't ever get it.
Never get it.
Do you get what I mean?
Especially because I know, like, in the army, and I know they're completely two different things. Like, everybody has to sort of stay the same for for protection, though. Yeah. Like, because you're gonna, like, if you're fighting, do you know what I mean? If you're going out to war, if you're going into places, you need to have the same uniform. It's a great structure. But if you weren't in a specialized unit and you were just in, like, sort of just the standard or the base level officer role, it shouldn't affect your work
at all.
Yeah,
at all.
But was that the grounds of why they?
I think it was kind of, so how do I word this? So in the police, so you know the standard uniform.
Yeah,
they've got the hats as well. I never wore my hat because I wasn't on. So when you're on patrol, when you're walking, you have to have your hat on. I was one of the ones in the car, so I was usually a passenger because I didn't have my license back then, and no one wore the hats in the cars. Literally no one. The only time you had to wear your hat was when you're giving a death message to someone to let them know that their family member has died or next of kin. And their whole argument was, oh, Georgina, if we needed you to put on your hat right now, you wouldn't be able to because your braids are in the way. And I was trying to explain to them, I don't remember the last time I wore my hat. And it's crazy because now that I've left, they're trying to develop a new hat for black women,
But
which I
that's
really appreciate.
but
I'm
yeah.
already gone. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
They should have to we're in 2025. Why are we getting to the point where we've had so many black female officers complain about not having suitable hats for our hairstyles? I can't help the fact that I'm black, I wear braids. Do you get what I mean?
But I think what's crazy is the fact that they didn't think they put a meeting out there to say this isn't acceptable where they should have been saying we need to do better.
Do you get
And
what I
it's
mean?
a bit too little too late.
get
to
what I
put the
mean?
blame on you
Most
rather
definitely.
to actually look within themselves and see how we can develop
That's
things
it.
better for people.
It was them against me. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't want to find a solution. They just wanted to highlight the problem.
And was this one of the reasons why it didn't align with your
Yeah, I think genuinely it was really hard. And that's the thing. I've never been in spaces where it felt difficult to be a black woman because I grew up in Newham. Is like the population here is black, you know, like I went to an all girls secondary school, the population was majority black. So when I first went into that environment, especially as a teenager, I was 19, and it was like no one here looks like me and they don't understand
Yeah.
why I look like this, and they look at me weird because I don't look like one of them. It was genuinely, I genuinely did try to stick it out. I tried to stick it out as long as I could, but it was always something with me. And I think a lot of the times it came down to my skin color. But yeah.
Can you imagine? You're even a yellow babe. Hey,
Do you get what I mean?
gosh.
Do you actually get what I mean? So I even kind of looked like them, but still it wasn't enough for them. The braids, I think that was my final straw.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, no, I have to. Until this organization can change, I had to leave.
And if they did change, do you think you could realign with them?
Most definitely, yeah. But there's a lot of change that has to be done within the Met. I think, especially for people of color. So not even just black people, just people of color as a whole. There's a lot of like covert racism as well. But it's like if it's not like outwardly being racist, like no one identifies it, no one acknowledges it, and you're just being dramatic if you say something about it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Potentially, I don't know. It depends if they change. If they choose to change, then
Yeah. Well, there's always opportunity for growth, and I hope it really gets to that point. Do you know what I mean? But it's really unfortunate you had to sort of get
To
get-
a breaking point.
yeah
you get what I mean?
to that. Yeah.
I know this is a serious conversation, but can we spin back to the guys moving to you as a police officer? Or
Oh
do we-
yeah, yeah. we can-
Hey, was that like was that a kink for some like
Is it-
black
I
man?
think it's crazy.
I think genuinely sometimes sometimes it was just it was so exhausting. Imagine I've been on shift for 12 hours and someone's in my ear
What are you
just
telling me?
yapping like, oh my god.
What are you telling me? What are you telling
And
me?
oh my
Are you
gosh,
gonna arrest me?
I think it's the worst thing. And just sometimes I'll just stand there like,
You're so better than me because
I'll
I
just
would be
stand
signing. Right.
Oh, you think I'm fine? Yeah, I'll show you I'm fine. Literally.
I think at first it was quite fun. I mean, it was quite what's the word? It was quite interesting, like because of course, like you know, you can't interact with criminals, but it gets to a point where it's like I'm 15 hours deep into a shift. I'm tired. I haven't eaten. I haven't used the toilet. I've been on a crime scene for the whole day, and someone is in my ear yapping about, "Oh, officer, can I?" No, no, you actually can't. Like, please leave me alone. And it gets really awkward. Oh my gosh, I told this story to everyone. Once I was in custody, I just brought in someone. I just arrested them, brought them into custody.
I'm not gonna lie, that's hot though.
You know,
I was in custody, and so everyone in the police station knows me as Georgina. Like I'm Georgina. But where I was growing up in Newham, people called me Gina for short. So I'm talking to the custody sergeant, and I've got my prisoner next to me, and I'm booking him in. I'm like, oh yeah, he was arrested for this offence at this time, and I can hear someone shouting Gina in the custody, and I'm thinking, everyone calls me Georgina. Like, why is there someone calling me Gina? I hear it again. I turn around. Is it not someone I grew up with in the prison uniform calling my name? Mind you, I'm an officer. I'm trying to talk to my
Oh, the
security.
prison
talk about
uniform.
conflict of interest.
Do you get what I mean? And he's just shouting my name. I literally turn to him. I turn back and I continue what I'm saying because
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know that man.
I don't know who that is.
That's a criminal.
I'm sorry, I don't know that man.
When I got off my shift, I'm guessing he got released because you stay in custody for up to 24 hours. When he got released, he texted me and he was like, "So you can't say hi?"
You're a criminal.
I said, "Are you crazy?
So you can't say
Are
hi.
you actually crazy?" And that's the me and him, we're still cool. But I said to him, "Bro, I'm not being funny. we can't interact in that kind of setting. I can't start dapping you up.
Especially at the
Yeah.
You get what?
Can you not?
Wait, what color is the prison uniform in the UK?
So in custody it's grey. So they wear grey jumpers and grey bottoms.
I don't know why.
That's a fit though.
No, I thought like universal color was orange for some
Yeah,
reason.
that's what I thought, but that's more an American thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there was constantly people trying to speak to me on the street, especially black men, and they were really like rude about it. Like they didn't fear the uniform. I feel like when they see an attractive woman, the uniform means nothing. I'm still going to
That's
try and
I think that's in every sort of like
workplace.
pharmaceutical people,
You get what
women
I
that work in
mean?
pharmaceutical,
They
women
just
that
don't
work,
know how to
like
behave.
all of that.
And
They
with
just
me, I didn't really care, but my colleagues would get really aggy, especially the male ones, which I really respected. They'll be like, Georgina, don't let them talk to you like that. And they would usually get onto them, but I'll just be like, just as long as they don't touch me, like I'm cool, like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
But
that's-
it's probably like more of like it's like more they bring more vim because it's like, oh, is a good looking babe and it's an officer.
what I mean?
Like
So I think they also know, like, just because of like what we face as black people, you don't want to see a black man in cuffs. So they know you're probably not going to arrest them. So that's why they do what they do.
You know what I blame in regards to your situation? Pornography.
Yes.
Because pornography
Yes.
has sexualized
Everything.
every woman in every working field ever.
You could be a nursery teacher. They'll find a way
They'll-
to sexualize it.
yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
just wear glasses.
Do you get what I mean?
Nurses, police
everything.
officers. What else? Like every
Even
sort of
assistant, administrator, they
Yeah.
Chef.
like that. Like I don't know how.
just done that.
And that's the thing, though, the odd people that would like, so let's say I'm arresting someone and there was this black guy that was, I was arresting his friend. No, my colleague was arresting his friend actually. And I was just there, I was like a backup officer. And then the black guy, he was quite young, he turns to me, he was like, oh, I'm disappointed in you. What? Do I know you? Like, leave me
committed
alone,
crime.
bro.
like you're my dad.
Do you get what I mean? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, we're brothers, we're sisters. I said, I don't know you. Like, please leave me alone. Talking about you're disappointed.
So my family member would never be a
So when you have to like, do you just have to be serious? See, I think that's what
Oh, I
would.
couldn't
I don't
do
think
that
I could be because I smile when I'm nervous, which I don't think suits the police force
Yeah.
at all because I feel like you're under arrest.
I feel like you're
And then Joker,
when they're in the back seats.
That's actually funny. Yeah, you have to be quite serious, and sometimes you have to like try and not let your ego get the best of you.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing I struggled with, especially with the police vans. So once you've arrested someone, they go in the back of the van, and you have to sit on the other side of the cage, and you're literally facing them. And there was times I wanted to pull faces. I arrested you, but you can't, like, because there's cameras in there as well. So you have to, like,
You have to be serious.
And everything is
Recorded,
recorded
yes.
these days because
Yeah.
you have your
Oh
body
my
cam.
gosh.
You
Everything's
know,
recorded.
yeah, because I watched what was it, The Good Neighbor, The Bad Neighbor on Netflix. What was it?
Oh, no. I didn't want to watch that because I think I saw a clip and I don't know. Because I haven't watched it, I'm technically not spoiling it because I don't know if this is it. But I think I saw a clip on TikTok and it was this kid basically upset that his mom got killed.
So
And
yeah,
is that The Bad Neighbor?
yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm not watching it.
it was like. Are you guys gonna watch it?
Don't worry
No,
about it.
I'm
Go
not
do your
going to watch
thing.
it.
Okay, I'll give it
Because
to you without-
From the clip I saw of that kid, it was too sad for me. I was like,
Oh my goodness, yeah. Like it was so basically it was about like this place in America, yeah, and it was of this woman. She had a couple of kids and she had a neighbor. There was loads of kids that used to play on this field, right? And it was opposite this neighbor's house, and she used to call the police every single day to be like, they're on private property, they need to get off, right? But her house was beside a communal area, and it was like the kids would be playing like 1 centimeter over, right? She'd call her landlord, she'd call everyone, right? And she would just cause absolute uproar, right? But she'd scream at the kids. And this woman, one of her kids, she tried to film one of this woman's child. And this is when the mum was literally like, you do not have the right to film my child. As angry as you are, you come to me. Do you know what I mean? You don't get kids involved.
yeah, because I think the kid was like 7 or 8 or something.
Very young. They were like all under 10, I'd say. There was a few over, but like majority were under 10. So the woman came over and they had like a little bit of a disagreement, and she had like one of these fake signs being like private property that she put there. And your woman sort of like, she just threw it behind her because she was like, this is ridiculous. But when she threw it, I think it hit your woman. So then she called the police again, and the police were like, she was like, she tried to attack me, blah blah blah. And you can see the body cam footage, which is so crazy because it's all body cam footage, and it's of the woman, like it's of the woman being like, she did this, and you can tell the police officer they were fed up. They were literally like,
over
again.
That's how she's abusive.
So it's like over the case of like a year and a half, I think it was, they were like just constantly calling the guards. And like most of the kids on the road were like either mixed race or black, right? And it's like when this woman would get angry, this bad neighbor, she was white, she'd be like, she'd call them all sorts of names, like degrading them and everything, get me? And it got to the one point where the woman, the kids were like, she was just antagonizing them, and then the kids were antagonizing back. Do you get me? But they weren't bad kids, they just wanted to play football. And you could see like on the body cam footage when the police would talk to them, they were just like, oh, we were just wanting to play football, the ball went over there or something. It was very harmless. They weren't like trying to annoy people or anything. But then it got to the point of she took one of the kids' iPads, and the mum knocked over. Because she was like, first of all, you have my son's property. And she threw a roller skate at them as well. Oh my God. And she was like, this is ridiculous, right? So then the woman, when she's at the door, banging on the door, yeah? And you can hear the police call, being like, she's outside my property. What am I supposed to do, right? And the police are like, stay indoors. We have someone on their way. Do you get me? So the police get there, but she obviously like, she calls back again, and then she's like, I was so scared, I shot, like someone needs to come. So the police come or whatever, and this is all body cam footage, and you can see that like the woman's there, they bring her to the hospital, and unfortunately she passes away. But what's really interesting about this case is there's where's a Florida law? I can't remember what the law is, but there's a law in Florida that basically says if you feel a certain type of way, if you feel threatened in your property, you can shoot someone. Do you know what I mean? And it's about
a feeling is crazy because feelings are temporary. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like basically saying that like if you feel scared, it's not about like the intention, it's about the feeling, right? So when this woman gets arrested, like everybody's going crazy because she has everybody has this backlog of this woman causing like all this chaos, calling the guards all the time or whatever, right? And when she goes they bring her into the prison, into holding or whatever, and they're like, oh, did this, like, what happened? And she's like, oh my God, I can't believe she's dead. She's getting really upset. And for a while, like, it caused outroar in Florida because people are like, this woman murdered this woman, but she's claiming it was self-defense, right? And because this law in Florida states that these things can happen, it's trying to determine if she knew about that law beforehand or if afterwards, right?
Found out about it.
Yeah, so it's like they like in when they're questioning her, they're like, did you know about this law? She's like, well, of course I knew about this law. And you can hear the way that she's like the way she's commenting on it. Do you get me? Because it's like, I was scared, I was like, and she had like past traumas or whatever, and she was like, I felt triggered and that's why I did it. And they go back and they're like, how long do you think it took from when you first made the call to when you made the call afterwards, right? And she's like, it was like 20 minutes. And they're like, you think it was 20 minutes? She was like, I was just so scared, like my emotions were running high, I couldn't find my phone, that's why I went for the gun. It was like something crazy, like 3 minutes between the time she first made the call, by the time she shot, and she rang back. Like it was like, I think it was 2.5.
Picked up the phone, picked up the gun.
Yeah, she didn't think about it.
Yeah,
She just did it.
which is like, so it just shows like this law in Florida. Like, I think there was like a huge percentage of more deaths happened in Florida since this law came out, because it's not about if it's the right thing to do. Like, I don't know if you're against gun violence or for it, but it's like within gun violence, people, it's the intention. It's not about the intention, it's about how you're feeling, which is actually really scary.
So crazy.
Because now, luckily she did go to prison, but she only went to prison for manslaughter rather than murder because of this law.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think as a whole, America's just, that country's very enabling.
Yeah.
Tossed that whole country in the blood clot.
I think
Crazy,
the first
crazy,
time I
crazy.
went there this year actually for the first time, obviously after my sister passed, and it didn't feel like a real place. Like I felt like I was in the Matrix. Like the things that they allow there, the way things go, like it just genuinely, it feels like an uncomfortable. Even it's really ironic. I'm literally going there next week. But while I was out there, it felt like America feels like its own world. While I was there, I felt like I was in a different space to like the rest of the world. It's just insane.
What part of America?
So I went to Texas, I went to Houston, and I went to Dallas. Yeah.
Because you mentioned your sister.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of videos about your sister. So here's little things that I picked up. So her name is Elizabeth Tamilore.
Yeah.
I said she was extremely beautiful.
Yeah.
She's the Coke to your Fanta.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah, she's the Coke to your Fanta.
Yeah.
She's got a beautiful head of hair.
She did, yeah.
The most gorgeous smile.
Yeah.
Insanely organized.
Yeah.
I feel like pink was her favorite color.
Both of us, yeah.
She was a daddy's girl. She even looks like your dad.
A lot.
She has quite a big heart, and she's loved by so many, because even in secondary school, they threw her a surprise birthday party. Like the school allowed them.
Research.
Girl, I've been telling you, I've been watching you for some time. The
Yeah.
school allowed them to throw a surprise birthday party for her. Like, so she must have even been liked by the teachers. And the
Yeah,
principal for that
no,
to
they love
even
her.
Do that. She's extremely proud of her heritage.
Yeah.
She's defo bougie, because she was talking about working hard to get this penthouse, and she wanted a GLE 63.
Wow. You really did your research. No, I love that, yeah.
Yes, I did.
naughty.
And unfortunately, that's how I came across your page.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't the reason why I came across your
Of
page,
course, yeah.
but we'll talk a little bit about your sister.
Yeah.
Because I know you said that was the first time you went to
America, yeah.
And your strength is like none.
Thank you.
I'm going to not try and cry on this episode. I've never cried.
Yeah.
Never cried. But your strength is like none. And there was something that I seen that you wrote in the eulogy, and you said, the goal has always been to make heaven, but now knowing heaven is the only place I'll see my beautiful sister again, I've made it my life's mission to make it there and hug Tammy again.
Yeah.
You are...
Yeah.
Whew,
It's getting hot in here. It's getting very hot in here.
you are amazing.
Thank you.
Your strength is like none. How has life been?
I think the best way to put it is life has been life. I think wholeheartedly, the 26th of April 2025, my life changed forever. I haven't felt like the person I was before that. I always say to people, like, literally from that day moving forward, I've never felt the same. I can't quite put my finger on what it is, but something about me has just changed completely. And I feel like I'm not only mourning my sister, I'm also mourning that version of myself. That of course, because life wasn't phenomenal back then, but I was content, you know, like nothing crazy had happened in my life. But to be that version again, I don't think I'll ever be, because my sister's gone. And I think every day it's just trying to keep going, essentially. I think that's what it is. Trying to carry on, not just only for myself. I feel like a lot of the work I do now is for her. Every conversation I enter, I always try and mention my sister. I'm literally my sister. A lot of the times I feel like, because us two being the only girls, I feel like I'm living my life for myself and for her at the same time. I'm trying to carry that role for the both of us. Because she was the better half of me. I think that's the best way to put it. I was the bad one. I was oh my gosh, I was a
Were you
pain
the
in-
bad one or were you the bad D?
She was the baddie.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Baby.
yeah.
Are
I was
you-
a baddie, but
you're the baby of the family,
I'm the
aren't
last
you?
one.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
But genuinely, I was a terrible kid. And she was just genuinely, she was the better half of me. Like, she was the one doing amazing in school, never in trouble. She was just like the star pupil, the star kid, and then there was me, the last one. But you know, they say it's last one syndrome. I was just terrible. I was so naughty. I was always going missing, always running away from home, partying till 1 a.m. My parents were always calling me.
You're just a girl.
Yeah.
Just a girl, like your car is pink, like you're just a girl, like.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I feel like I'm trying to carry that torch. I'm trying to be a bit of a better daughter, especially because I'm the only one now. And it's even small things like
That's what you did for your mom's birthday. That was
no, that was really fun. Yeah, no, I love my mom, love her down. But yeah, small things like, so I, at one point in my life, I was content with not getting married and having kids. But I kind of feel like I have to now, especially being the only daughter. And my thing was like, oh, Tammy's going to do it all the right way. Do you know what I mean? My parents will leave me alone because I don't have to do anything. I can just live my life. So in that sense, it's kind of like I'm doing things for myself and for her now. Do you know what I mean? When people see me, I want them to see Tammy. Do you know what I mean? She's always still here with us, and I'm trying my hardest to channel her energy through me. But yeah, love my sister.
Your sister was amazing. For those who don't know, Tammy passed away on the 26th of April this year due to her housemate. From what I did see online, he was someone who, I'm going to say, attacked because she was very undeserving of everything that happened to her. So you can correct me if I'm wrong. So from what I gathered from what had happened was that she has been living in America since she was 19. So she studied there, nursing.
Yeah.
So if you guys are actually nursing students, this is something that I've actually seen on her page. She has nursing notes.
Yeah, she does.
Yes.
Make sure you check them out.
See how she's still impacting the world.
Exactly.
Amazing girl. So that's what she was studying. And when she got this housing thing, I think she did it through like a housing agency, as most people in university would do.
It's like student accommodation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the correct way to do things. So they were very negligent. And they paired her up with, I think he was 44 years old.
Something like that.
40-something-year-old man. Which to me is very strange because your sister was 24. 23.
Yeah.
23-year-old living with 44. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
21-year age gap doesn't make sense.
That's all.
So he was definitely a pest, from what I gathered. He would find absolutely anything to start an argument of some sort with her. Yeah. I read somewhere that he even threw a liquid at her.
Yeah. To this day, we don't know what that substance was, but it was an aggravated attack.
100%.
It was.
100%. And your sister actually contacted the housing agency, and this is why I say they're negligent, because she wanted to set up a phone call with your parents involved, herself, and the agency to actually
settle all the issues.
Yeah, to mediate.
Yeah.
And on the 26th, they cancelled. Was it the day? The actual day they cancelled. There was no talk of like a rescheduling or anything. And something happened and they got into interaction and he violently attacked your sister. Yeah. And I think when this happened, your sister was on the phone to your parents.
Yeah, to my mum and dad, yeah.
So imagine, I can't even begin to imagine how your parents feel because they heard the whole thing.
Exactly.
And also knowing that your father's a police officer. I know I've also read somewhere that your sister actually contacted the police reporting this guy. So this is also like he's been reported. 40-something-year-old man was reported to the police
a while ago.
Your father had to ring a family friend to come down to the house to come check on Tammy. And when he got there was a police officer at the door.
Just stood outside.
Did nothing.
Just stood outside.
There were so many people who failed Tammy. Yeah. So many people. So she did everything right by the books. And it wasn't, I think, until that person pestered to ask, like, please open the door.
Go inside, yeah.
The police just stood outside. And I think I also read that the police officer then looked up the name of the person and he had actually had, I don't know if it's domestic violence.
Domestic violence, yeah. He'd been arrested previously for domestic violence. I think it was in DC, Washington.
That's why I said the housing agency are negligent.
Yeah, and they're money hungry. That's what it is. 100%. The bottom line. They just wanted to make money.
100%.
And now someone's gone just because of money.
The lack of actually doing things properly. Yeah. And so when that police officer then looked it up, which is another thing I find very, very stupid, and I'm sure you would agree as well, being a police officer yourself, if you're called to any house, would you not look up who's in the house and see if there's anything there on them? You just stood outside wasting time that they could have helped her.
Most definitely, yeah. Wasted so much time. You do your checks and you immediately, unless there's like an immediate threat and you're the only one there, you go into the property.
Sorry, can I ask a question? Because if this is she called the police officer, and obviously while she was in the situation of being attacked, the police officer like stood outside and didn't do anything. Yeah. Like, so he was hearing, and he didn't do nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Nothing.
I think they said it was a female police officer.
Even.
And she just stood outside.
In America, they be having guns.
Do you get what I mean?
Like you actually have way more protection on your side than you do than Tammy did on that side.
Well, exactly. I think what like being a police officer, it's a vocation, and you are prepped to be in scary situations, and even though like fear can take over sometimes, like you're supposed to be taught to overcome that because you are trying to save.
And another thing that pisses me off about it is like it wasn't just any ordinary house. This was student accommodation.
So there was
there should be extra precaution taken because it's students.
Exactly.
And like, do we the background of this person, like what was the final straw to do such a horrible attack?
Exactly. I couldn't tell you, honestly.
I don't think anyone will ever get an answer for that, to be honest.
I think that's what I'm learning about grief. I think in the first couple of days and weeks, it was just why. That's the only question I had. It was a lot of why. It was a lot of where's God. Especially because I'm a Christian as well. it was a lot of like, where was God? You know, we talk about this man up in heaven that looks after us. We pray to him. We devote our lives to him. He looks after us until our last days. That isn't supposed to be until the foreseeable future. But one thing I've learned is that I can't get closure from this kind of thing. You can't get closure, and I think I've stopped asking why for a very long time, and I'm just making peace with it. I think that's what grief has taught me. We don't know anything, and we won't know until we leave this earth, and I feel like I'm quite content with that now that it's been like over 6 months. Of course, in the first days that was not my thought process. I was very angry, questioning everything, questioning everyone, but yeah, now it's more like just make peace with it.
There was I think how, like, as a family to deal with such a young loss at such a young age is heartbreaking.
And I always said to myself, because I never lost anyone, because I didn't know any of my grandparents. They all passed before I was born, and when I was about like 5, I've never had any immediate loss. So this being my first one, I think
It's also the biggest one.
Yeah, I think it was definitely very unexpected, because of course naturally you expect to lose your parents before you lose your siblings. The fact that I lost a sibling before I lost my parents, I think it really, for my first ever loss, it really like set the tone, and I think it showed me grief in the most ugliest way ever. Most definitely.
And then even now being the only daughter, you're also having to step up in ways for your parents, because it's like, I know you have 2 older brothers, and it's like men aren't the best with showing emotion. So you're not just worried about yourself, you're worried about them. You're worried about your mom, you're worried about your dad,
everyone.
So I feel like it's probably been the toughest on you, and you're also the baby of the group, having to now step up and now be the strongest. And baby girl, I'm gonna say you kicked ass. You kicked ass at it, because I saw your speeches, I saw you walking past the graduation, and I sat there in awe. And your strength amazes me. Because that is something, what has happened to you are things that break people, and you stood so tall for all the people around you, all of her friends. And when I tell you, I even came across videos, like when I tell you Tammy has changed so many people's lives, like when I was doing my research, I was seeing people sharing videos of her, not even about the passing, but just even about how she encouraged them for their job and their work. Like when you go onto Tammy's page, like everything is based on education. Like everything was how to be a better nurse, how to be a better person, even God. She was such a well-rounded person that honestly I feel like God was like, she too good for us.
Do you get what I mean?
She's far too good for us.
I think to give me that kind of closure, I kind of, at some points I told myself she was just too good for this earth. Like when I say she was the better half of me, like I mean that wholeheartedly. She was literally like the model daughter, and a lot of the times it was always, I think the one phrase I heard the most when she was still alive was, why can't you be more like your sister? Like genuinely, she was the perfect girl. You know, Earth is a terrible place. This giant rock that we live on is a terrible place. And they always say that, you know, when you go into a garden, you always pick the prettiest flowers. You always pick them up first. I feel like genuinely God just called her home because she was just too good to be here. This Earth is terrible place. So yeah, that's given me a bit of closure.
She has definitely left an imprint on so many people's hearts.
Most definitely.
Many people. And there's going to be so many people who are going to be able to go into this field and that career, because like being a nurse is also, I think it takes special kind of people. There's a certain type of love and patience you need to have for like a job like that, and she led by such great examples. And she has created a pathway that's making it easier for a lot of people to actually follow in her footstep. So even though she may not have been on earth long enough for us, I think she did a good job.
A great job.
God was very happy with what she's leaving behind.
Literally.
Tell us your favorite memory about your sister.
I think my favorite memory, I think this isn't a memory in particular, but just the essence of having an older sister. So you guys have seen pictures of my sister. We look nothing alike.
No,
I'm yellow.
Don't. I think you look like your mom, and she looks like
my
your
dad.
Yeah.
So I'm yellow, and she's quite dark. And we're 2 years. No, so academically we're 2 years apart, but in actuality we're 1 year apart. And so the fact that we weren't the same age, we didn't look alike, my mum would always dress us in the same.
Isn't that every African parent?
I think it is, and I think it's really ironic because really,
I didn't have there's a 90-year age gap between me and my sister, so she.
Oh yeah, that's probably why. But yeah, my mum would always dress us in the same clothes, and it would look really odd because we look nothing
Nothing
like we look like
alike.
two strangers with the same clothes on. But I think that's the beauty of having an older sister. And I even remember small things like, so when I was still in year 6, when she was going into year 7, I was still in year 5. And watching her go into secondary school, I think every younger sister has this kind of general consensus, like your older sister, you just look up to her. Like, I wanted to be just like her when I was little. I remember when I went into school my first day in year 7, she literally had to shoo me away. She did not want me anywhere near her.
Hey, so what are we talking about?
Hey guys, like,
And then all of a sudden, you turn to Georgina's hair. She's like, go away.
I would pop up at every given moment because I think having an older sister was just cool. Like,
Yeah.
especially when they're not that much older than you, but she was still older than me. It was kind of like, I didn't want to be just like you. Like, I remember her friends would come over and they'll be playing like bashment in the living room and they'll be dancing, and I'd be like, I want to join in. Like, I want to be a part of you guys. She's contributed to my life heavily. A lot of my music taste, how I dress, what I wear, a lot of it has come from, you learn a lot from your older sister, especially being a black girl. I learnt my black girl aesthetic from Tammy. That's kind of where I got all of it. How to make a wig, how to install a lace front. My 2016 makeup look.
Her hair was
got that from her.
always bust down
Do you
laid.
get what I mean? I learned a lot of, like, she's heavily contributed to the woman that I've become today. And in every life and the next, I would pick her to be my older sister, most definitely.
I think like grief is it can be such a railroad because with like happy moments obviously comes like the saddest of sad.
Yeah.
But the way you're channeling your grief is amazing for only 6 months in, which is absolutely mental, to be honest. But it's like, I don't know how as a family, because you lost a sister, but like your parents lost a daughter at such a young age, and like having like being a parent, it really like sits with me. Well, I think we all might go today, but I think what it shows is because a case back in Ireland that happened really, that touched a lot of hearts, was of a woman called Aisling Murphy who went for a run in the middle of the day, had her track app on, and was still attacked and unfortunately passed away. But it just highlights, like, within this world, like, you can do everything right. Like what Tammy did. Like, she went through the steps. She tried to mediate. She got other people involved. She called so many people to try help this situation. And unfortunately was let down by a lot of people in this world. And it sort of just shows that, like, it's showing us that we should still do the right thing. You know what I mean? Don't take the law into your own hands.
That's it.
But as a society, we need to do better. We can't keep letting people down like that, because it's just it's not right. Like, people shouldn't go through these things. You know what I mean? Like, and you as a family, as much as you guys sound like you're doing so strong, like you shouldn't have to go through those things.
Christmas around the corner. Like, I can only imagine
how tough that's gonna be.
Gonna be for your family. Definitely. And it's like, going back as to what you're saying, she should have never had been living with a man. In university, like, even from what I know from American university, from even watching it on TV, you have the girls' dorm, you have the guys' dorm. It's very rare you get a co-ed. And it pisses me off so much, because I feel like there was somebody who just sat back there who was like, oh, she's a black girl, that's a black man. Literally. Done.
But I think as well, like, nurses are the best people to live with, because one, their hours are so long. They're either sleeping.
And let me tell you, this girl lived in the cafe shop. This girl was always studying. Like, her whole page is her studying.
But it sort of just goes against, like, what, like, this man who said she was being a pest, because you're studying, you're on placement, you're doing your rounds. Like, you don't have time to like sit in this house. Like, you're not doing like media or something. Exactly. Do you get me? I did event management in college. Like, I spent like 20 hours in college. Do you know what I mean? Nursing is completely different. So you actually aren't in a house. You aren't in the house enough to be a pest.
Exactly.
Like,
she wasn't.
Exactly. I think just to go back to the point about Christmas coming around, I think things like that are really hard. And that's the thing, I think from the outside looking in, especially on my page on TikTok, it seems like I'm holding it together, and I'm really not. And I think that's something that I'm able to be vulnerable to the point where, like, I say that I'm really struggling, but I'm one person, I really struggle to show when I'm struggling. I hate asking for help. I hate, like, even my friends know I can't pick up the phone and be like, guys, I'm really struggling, because I don't know what it is. I don't find it comfortable. And I think that's just how I've always been. But with grief on top of that, I think when it comes to days where it's like you have to, so sometimes I have to be there for my mum. I can't afford to cry because she's crying. Do you get what I mean? I have to sit with her. I need to rub her shoulder and kind of be there with her. And I think more and more that's taught me to kind of like enter the shell, which isn't normal. When you're grieving, you're supposed to talk to people. And it's something I'm really learning to do. But it's just, crying is exhausting. It's the longest thing on earth. Like, and even after so many things that grief has changed about me, I've even developed like a new vein in my head that shows when I cry. Yeah, like it was really bad. And around my, I've got makeup on right now, but around my eyes have gotten like really dark and really red and patchy. And I think that's
just
the tears. I don't think I've ever cried before.
I thought tears help with the skin.
Oh, not mine. I don't know if mine
To
have
an
battery
extent.
acid in them,
But I don't think you're
Battery.
you're dealing with grief, and when you think about grief, you usually think it's someone older, someone that like, if you think the stereotypical way of grief, it's someone that had a sickness or has passed away in their sleep. You know what I mean? What you've gone through, you're dealing with grief, but it's trauma. And you're not dealing with like a standard a loss. And I think that's what's probably different, because you can't. Sorry, I don't want to put words into your mouth either. It's like, for me, I've gone through, not to that extent, but I've gone through grief, especially this year, that hasn't been your standard type of grief. And you gotta be. If you sit in sadness for too long, you don't think you'll ever get out
of it.
And it's like, sometimes just getting on with things,
That's it.
is the easiest way to sort of persevere, because trauma grief is a different type of grief. When you sit there and you say, like, you can't ask why anymore, because that's what you do at first. You go, why did this, like, you want to know all the answers. You're trying to find answers. You're also trying to accept a loss that shouldn't have been a loss. It's crazy. But like what you said there about, like, you're sort of having the shield. It's okay to have a shield, and I completely understand why you would have that shield. But also, please let yourself grieve and go through the motions, because
definitely
that shield is good for, as a barrier, as a protectiveness.
But after a while, it won't last for long. And I think there's even certain like really bad coping mechanisms that I've developed. I think the biggest one is, and I think I've been using this more than when she first passed. Of course, I knew what happened, but sometimes, like quite often, recently, I'll just say to myself, "Oh, my sister's just studying in America. She's not dead." Do you know what I mean? Because she lived with us. It's been a while since she's actually lived with us. We've been a family over FaceTime for a lot of the time, because of course she was in the States. So sometimes my brain will just convince me like, oh, Tammy's just in Houston. It's nighttime there right now.
Your brain was gaslighting you.
Quite literally. No, quite literally. She's just studying. It's nighttime. That's why she's not calling me or sending me text messages. And I think that can be really harmful, because there's going to be a day where I have to wake up and be like, Georgina, Tammy's not coming to your wedding. She's not coming to your first child's birthday. She's not coming to your 50th birthday. Do you get what I mean? Another one, most definitely, that I'm very self-aware about is drinking. So from April onwards, because it was the 26th of April and May, for the whole month I was under the influence. And I think now that I look back at it, I'm glad I'm out of that hole. But I wholeheartedly had to have a drink every single day just to keep myself going. Especially because, I don't know, but in African cultures, if you guys have experienced it, people lived in my house for like the first month or two. My house was filled to the brim.
And it's the last thing you want. You just want to be alone.
That's what happens.
Do
Like,
you get what I mean?
I think Africans do that a lot. Like,
and I think it's a bit overbearing. I think it's a lot.
Like, because I know in their mind they're thinking, oh, I don't want to leave them alone. I don't want them crying.
But sometimes we need to be alone.
But it's like, drop the food and go home.
Do you get what I mean?
Like,
people need
and I think that was
space and time.
That was really damaging as well, because I remember the first night where it was just me, my mum, and my dad in the house. It felt so weird. It felt so incredibly weird, because we're used to having like 20 plus people in the house. It was dead silent, and that's the first time I was actually alone with my thoughts. And it was like, this is what life is going to be like now. It's not just going to be like random people turning up at the house. But yeah, no, that transition was a lot.
I think it's crazy that you say that, because like within Irish tradition, when there's a funeral, right? Like, let's say someone dies on a Monday, the funeral's on Wednesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, like, and I've never, like, with most of the losses I've had, it's so quick. Like it's literally 3 days, and like that's when you'll see people. That's when people will be there. But after those 3 days, people give the family time to grieve, and that's like. But I've actually experienced my first African funeral, and it's the complete opposite. Like, and for me, it was so overwhelming because it's like people need time to just sit with their own emotions and not take everyone else's.
I remember when she was going through it, and it was like every day she had to be in church. And I remember sitting down thinking, I remember because I was telling my mom about it, and my mom was like, can they just not leave them alone?
Exactly.
Because I was like, you guys haven't gotten to sit down and actually go through what has actually happened. And I know for your case, it's even more painful because it's a sense of like your sister passed away in the States. She was buried in the UK.
Yeah.
So you guys had to deal
Repatriation.
with all of that on top of everything else. Like, do people really think I want to see your face right now?
It's like, read the room. It's
No.
like, please read
If
the
you're
room.
not doing anything to help the situation, can you actually
just
leave?
go away?
Yeah.
It's so overbearing, and I found myself like becoming like constantly frustrated just with the amount of people in the house. I think it was so overbearing. And there were just days where I wanted to just lay in my bed in the dark, and there would be like 12 people sitting in my room, and we're all just sitting there in the dark. Mind you, I'm fine. I think at some points it became like suicide watch, but I didn't make any comments, so I didn't give anyone a reason as to why I was going to harm myself. But for the whole month, I don't think I was ever alone. The only time I was alone was whenever I went to the toilet. But even at that, like there would be someone outside the toilet door. Oh, Georgina, you okay? And it's like, I get it. It's with great intention, but I think it's the wrong way to go about things.
Because they're not going to be there forever.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And even it got to the point where like my dad had to get a Ring doorbell so we could like see who was actually outside. We were tired of opening the door for people. And you know the thing is with Africans, they come to your house and they don't tell you. They'll just turn up. They'll literally just press the doorbell, just turn up, just to sit with you in silence. I can sit in silence alone. I get it's with good intentions, but sometimes it's enough.
In small doses, I believe. I think it's the intention is pure and it's nice to have it, but also let's like just read the room. It doesn't need to be. Sometimes being by yourself, you just need to overcome your own obstacles.
That's it.
Because when everyone's around, you thought, oh, I can get through this. Like, it's fine. And then when everyone goes, it's like, oh, I still have to figure out my own head.
Yeah, your family had to learn how to process this and how to move on and now function as a family of five instead of six. You know, like it's just ridiculous. But even just going back to the whole situation of how this happened is just the fact that I feel like there was no one out there looking out for Tammy. So I feel like there should be things that we need to do better as a community.
Most definitely.
To just even help women. Just don't leave them alone. You ever see a girl by herself, no matter where you see her, check in on her, check up on her. There's never should have been a case where she was ever alone with that man.
I think
ever.
There's it's called bystander syndrome. So basically what it entails is when you are, because there's so much people in the world, right, and people see bad things happening, they usually say, oh, well, it's not going to happen to me. So they're like, oh, it won't happen to me. Well, somebody else, or not that it won't happen to me, somebody else will deal with it. And it's like, so I think we need to get our mind out of this bystander syndrome and say, if there's something wrong that's going to happen, we need to take action. If it's not safe for us to take action by ourselves, we need to include people and we need to become a community. So it's like when these things happen, we can help overcome them.
100%.
I think women aren't protected enough.
They're not.
And I think that's something that I will scream till the day I die on all of my platforms. Women are not protected enough. I hate to make it a black woman thing, but especially black women.
worse.
I actually wanted to make a black woman thing 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But
I think there's actually a saying that black women are the most unprotected people in the world.
We are not protected at all.
Yeah.
And even when you were talking about you grieving and kind of like going through that alone, I want there to be, and I'm trying to start, just a space for women to feel safe. Because even my girl was calling me, and she said that like she opened up to her friends about what was going on with her. They didn't do anything, and I'm just shocked. Like, a woman is telling you, and she doesn't have to even be black. A woman is telling you she's going through something, and she says she wants the results to certain things, and you're not trying to be there. the best way you can. Like that stuff kind of like confuses me. I think women, like, we do need like a safe space. Like we need to like come together, or like even just you as an individual. You can be a community by yourself. You can. Just being like a safe space for women. I feel like when I come across certain women, I think they're surprised by how like nice and accepting. Because even like black women are also danger to other black women too. Emotionally more so. It might not be as physical.
Yeah.
Like not being. I just don't understand. Not like. It's like a different language to me. Like, how is someone telling you they need something and they're in a place and you're just like blasé about it? You know, I think women do need to do better in regards to being there for each other in the best way they can.
We can't control what men do, but we can control what we can do as women. We can control looking out for our sisters and taking care of people. And this was something that I actually saw on your page, and it was something, I think they're also trying to bring it into Ireland. I don't know if it's there yet, but is it Clare's Law?
Yeah.
So Clare's Law is where you're going to be able to check and see if someone has anything against them, like domestic violence wise, anything reported domestic violence. So it's not just a case where it's like you can check about your partner. If you feel like you have a family member or a friend who's in trouble, you can check.
I think Clare's Law is one of the greatest things to come out of the UK, and it even started because of a case of a woman called Claire. So I think she was I fact check me, but I think she was murdered by her boyfriend.
Yeah.
So that's why they brought that law into a place for you to be able to check on someone that you're dating, or like one of your friends or your family, because a lot of the times you don't know who you're getting into a relationship with. It can be really scary. And I think small things like that, like we're making changes like that, I feel like there's so many elements of like Claire's Law that we need. Like we need other laws that will protect women from
What other laws
dating.
do you guys think should be in place? Ree's our lawyer as well.
No.
Yeah. No, she's not a real lawyer. But she's our
I'm
lawyer.
from the
She knows
street.
her right. She knows things. She knows things.
I think there was it's not a law, but I saw two positive things that are helping protect women. One, I'm not sure. I think it's in the UK. They're trying to implement female-only carriages.
Yes, but I don't think that's going to last very long.
Yeah,
Knowing the UK.
I think it's a positive way to be, especially if you're traveling at nighttime. Like even yesterday, I came in Stratford. I was like, will I get transport? And then I was like, it's late. I don't really know the area. I'd rather just get a taxi. But in Ireland, they're actually implementing female only
do that in
taxis,
Paris?
lady cabs.
They do that in Paris.
Do they?
Yeah, like I wanted to order a taxi and it's like I can pick a man or a woman.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, the woman was 20 minutes, the guy was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was get that 5-minute one.
But it's still, hey, growth.
It depends. It also depends on how quickly you need to get somewhere. So I can
And
understand
even
that.
like,
but the
as well,
option is still good.
the hijab ones as well.
Oh, nice.
Taxis too.
Yeah.
That's the thing in Paris.
Oh, that's really
yeah,
nice.
I
That's
think
very
so.
sweet.
One of the two, anyways. Yeah.
But it's really interesting.
good, yeah.
But those little things, like if you feel unsafe, like if you've had a bad experience in a taxi, which most women have, which is crazy, like you might be okay waiting for the 20 minutes, but the more we talk about these things and the more people learn about them, it means more women might want to get into the taxi service. So then it reduces the wait times.
Hey, when I pass my driving license, it might just be
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. But I'm literally that friend, because where I live is like so central to everyone. I'm like, people, you can text me. Like, you need me to get you. I will get you.
Yeah.
Like,
Rosa is good for that.
No, I love that.
I will pull up.
So yeah, both of the girls. That's how I met them. Because obviously I didn't drive.
But I think touching on like what law I would like implemented, and especially touching on like what we've talked about today, is probably more allowance on grief. Like I know that there's a standard level of grief where you have to stay like 3 days you get for most bereavements, like within a workplace. I think that's the law within Ireland.
Yeah.
But unless you go to a doctor and say that you're physically ill or you're struggling mentally struggling, there's not really more allowances for grief. And I think that's unfair, because once like people say if you talk about your mental health, it doesn't go against you, but in reality fact it does. Your employer can see those things. And I feel like as men and women, people struggle with their ego to say that they need help, whereas like actually having like more procedures in place to say, look, I've gone through a loss, I need time off. I don't need to say that it's mentally ill. I just need time to recuperate. I think that would be a really beneficial
there should be,
law.
like, longer time off work, and then also I think there should be like free counseling.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like, especially as like Black people, that's something we struggle with, is actually going to somebody else to sit there and I'll talk about all your family issues and family problems. And that's why I say I'm so proud of the way that you've been handling it, because you've actually shown your vulnerability online. You've actually haven't been afraid to pick up that camera and be like, you know what, I have spent the whole day crying, because it's like, you don't know what you're doing for other people. Other people would sit there and look at that and be like, okay, it's okay for me to feel like this.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'm not like this. Oh, she feels the exact same way. You're doing so much for people by just being so honest about what is going on. And I know it's not easy, and I know you're struggling. Baby girl, you also have my number now. If you ever want to come to Ireland, you come and stay in my house. I cook. I will cook you Nigerian food. We'll take you out.
No, for real, like,
Yes.
yeah. No, for real. Like, and I think that's one of the reasons why I love this podcast, because yes, guys, we love you, but for the girlies though, like every woman we come across, like, we just want to let them know that, like, even if you want to just call me, do you know what I mean? Or just
girl, I'm being so serious. You want to come to Ireland for a little getaway? I'm telling you, I live 20 minutes away from the airport. Skirt. Got you.
literally.
And I feel like, I think it's really beautiful, because especially, I don't know like how often you guys come over to London.
Yes.
Girls in London are rude. You guys are meanies. And even though I'm a London girly, sometimes I can be a bit mean. But it's like, if I'm having a bad day. But I think it's protection though. Low key. I think I put on a front kind of sometimes. Especially if a man talks to me. I'm the rudest person ever. Oh my God. A man does not talk to me. Oh my God. Don't ruin my day. I think that's the quickest ruin my day. Don't even bother. I'll be rude about it. I'm so sorry. But if like I've had a bad day, or like, you know, if it's just certain circumstances, I might have that face on, that mean girl face. But I feel like as a whole, girls in London, we're really terrible to each other. And a lot of the time it's for man. You guys are screwing other girls in the club because you want a man. And I think
men ain't shit.
Do you get what I mean? And I think it's really stupid.
Yeah.
I think the whole mean girl aesthetic is not cute. Have you seen this trend on TikTok? It involved me.
Talk about it.
It involved me.
I participated.
You guys,
but not in a way.
You guys, let me know what it is, because I've actually avoided it. So I don't know what it means.
So basically, it's just basically a trend that's like involve me. So basically, like girls, let's say for example, Roz, you want to go out, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, involve me. But you could say for example, my one was involve me. And I used ChatGPT to help me break the pigeon. I'm not gonna lie, I used ChatGPT to help me the pigeon. But you that likes to jump when the bottle service is the table. Why are you laughing?
That's not that bad. That's not ridiculous.
No, but like, so obviously it's just kind of like, Roz, I want to come to couple with you, but you're just like Demi. But like every time the bottle service comes, you
start jumping. Yeah.
So that kind of like green girl type of.
Girl, you're basically shaming people.
But some people have gone to the extreme of like saying, "Oh, involve me," but you that doesn't have a face card.
Do you get what I mean? Or you that you don't have yash. Is it
you that your dad doesn't love you?
Yeah, that one was crazy. That one was insane.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, I'm not good. I'm not good with this because I will tell them about themselves.
Yeah, and before I did mine, it was before I saw the face card one, the dad one. Like it was before I saw the mean stuff. I just thought like, you know, some girls just don't understand certain things, and it's just safer just to not involve them in a way that like, girl, there's no point being in this kind of situation because it wouldn't benefit you.
Yeah.
But we can do dinner. We could do brunch.
Innit?
Do you know what I mean? There's some girls are just not. I thought it was like that. I thought some girls are meant to go to the club and sit on tables. Other girls are meant to go to brunch and have bottomless brunch. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's what I thought it was. But no, like girl. But it's most of the Nigerian girlies. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
The Nigerian girlies are mean.
They're being so mean.
They're forever being in competition with each other.
You usually think it's mean. UK girls. Oh,
the Lagos girls are so
Lagos
rude.
girls are rude.
Wait, what's that club in Lagos?
Zaza.
I think it is.
Boho. It's probably Zaza.
What'd you do?
Oh, I don't know. I went onto the wrong side of TikTok. I said I'm never going to this club.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Wait, what did you see?
It was basically saying like you go to this club in Lagos and like everybody just like the girls, Lagos girls are just not nice to you.
No, like when you go to like bougie places in Nigeria, you'd want to sit classy, screw face, don't talk too much.
I would not last. I would not last the day.
No, like girl, we wouldn't last the day because I'm actually hi.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, literally.
They'll be like, "Why are you smiling so much?"
It's strict in Lagos.
Yeah,
but you know what? Yeah, like most of the time I am a smiley person, but I hate rudeness. Like I hate it, and it's like I would be one of those people. I was only thinking this the other day because if someone is rude to me, I will literally give it up. Like I will literally tell you it because I'm just like you are you.
Demi had to call me down at our friend's wedding in April. Like literally, the wedding ceremony is going on, and there's people trying to rush the wedding ceremony.
Oh,
And I'm like, why are you
no.
here? Are you not here because of them? Like, what is your problem? Sit down.
No, honestly,
real.
girl.
I was ready to pop off during the
valid.
ceremony.
Because
That's
who?
valid.
Like, chill.
Yeah.
But I feel like in Nigeria, if you don't speak up on things, people will
Yeah,
walk
you're right,
over you.
still.
So if you see someone being rude, they only respect you when they realize you're able to
you're
fight
ruder.
back.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'll shut up.
My
then.
thing
Yeah.
is like, cool. I don't mind someone being rude to me because I feel like I can take it. Being rude to my girl? Okay, you want smoke.
Do you get
I'm
what
a
I
nice
mean?
girl.
Yeah.
I'm a nice girl. But when you start disrespecting my friends, oh, it's on smoke still.
Never, legit.
Or like like a nice girl, like a girl that's like she's not even trying to start nothing, and you want to try and be rude. Nah, that's when rude Debbie comes
Tap
out.
me in for that shit. I've got insults loaded in the bank.
But I haven't really met a mean UK girl. though.
Really?
Yeah,
No, I've seen.
they're-
They're not mean to me, but you know when you can
see
read
it,
the room,
yeah.
and you can just be like, okay, this person's not that friendly, or they look. I feel like something that we get a lot as Irish girls. People look at us and think, why are we so friendly?
Yeah, because
They'll be like, why? Like,
in the UK, like it's standard. You're not supposed to be friendly. You have to be
I
upset everywhere you go.
complimented this
Like, you
one
have to
girl's.
screw it everywhere you go.
I was on the train station, complimented this one girl's hair one time, and it was the way her man even looked at me. I said, sorry for saying your
Bro,
baby's
you
fine.
can't.
Do
Yeah,
you think
actually
I'm trying to steal her?
It's trauma. It's trauma. It's
said,
not true.
There you
The only
go.
time, like, obviously, guys, you know me. A bit, yeah, I've gone to the clubs. I've been on tape. That's the only time I would sense like a bit of rudeness. But I just have to know. Listen, me and you, girl, we in this together. We're in a vicinity that's male dominated. We have to stand together, stronger in
Women in
numbers
male
type
fields.
shit. Literally. So that's I let them know like from the jump. Like
funny.
I'm a cool girl. Like I'm not here to do competition. I'm not here for free drink.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Azu.
I love I love being a woman, but I feel like sometimes
Yeah.
we make it harder for each other.
Yeah.
You know? That is just, I think it's very stupid.
Yeah.
What are ways that we can support you and support Tammy? Is there anything that we can do to just, as women everywhere, help get justice for your sister, first
Real.
of all? Because if you need me to pull up to America to protest, I'll be there.
No, of course. I think genuinely the best way, I would say, of course, we're in the works of setting up a charity for her. Of course, that will go live and
fantastic.
everything, and I'll share the details. So, like, supporting things like that. It's going to be a non-profit organization to help mothers and babies, because you know my sister was a nurse and she specified in helping mothers and babies. She really, she loved kids a lot. I actually don't like children, but she loved kids. Yeah,
But it's not about me though.
we're polar opposites. Like, she loved kids. She loved helping kids. I'm not a huge fan of them. They're okay, I guess. But yeah, so things with the charity. You know, just still saying her name. I think that's the most important thing. Just never forgetting. Of course, I will never forget her name, but still mentioning her. Engaging in my content as well. A lot of my content heavily is Tammy based and women.
Tammy's Corner.
Yeah, women based. I've also got my podcast coming back. Called Can Anybody Hear Me, the podcast. I'm kind of rejigging it. So before, the spin on the name is Can Anybody Hear Me, because we spoke about mental health, but now I'm making it a space for women. It's going to be a space for women to feel safe, to feel like they can be vulnerable, to feel seen, and to feel heard. I think that's the most important thing. Voicing important topics like domestic violence related, sexual assault related, things of that nature. Yeah, that's pretty much
That's
it.
perfect.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can support that.
Yeah.
If you ever need anything.
Yeah, even with the stand up podcast, just let us know. Like, we
Anything.
can definitely liaison.
We
no,
mean
for
it.
sure.
Anything.
Yeah. No, I
You have our
appreciate
number. You
that.
have our email.
Yeah.
We got you forever. We're your 3 Irish big sisters.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Whatever
Blanche
you
is
need. Blanche, you've already been to Blanche, babe.
Exactly.
So it's all good.
We'll actually take you to the fun part of the podcast. What is this, yeah?
We won't take you to Blanche again, but thanks.
I was so bored.
Blanche.
I was so
They have
bored.
the best shopping center in Dublin as
was
well.
so
So this is why
bored.
I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off at that person. I don't know why you wasted her time there,
And
bro.
there's this one club that my friend tells me about, but I forgot the name.
Soho,
No. Oh.
Tramline.
22.
Crystal?
Bella.
Bella, yeah.
Stop the lights.
Wait.
Have a word, ref. Have a word.
Bella. Okay.
Obi's house was in Vella.
No,
Oh,
what-
shit.
yeah.
And that was
was
sick.
really good.
Okay.
Like Bella once every 5 months.
Yeah.
Bar-
And I was
Bar
in there
Obi
for like
says-
2 years before that, because the last time I was in there, someone threw a bottle, and I remember my friends had to like crawl under the table and shit like that.
I was there, yeah.
Yeah, I was editing outside, so it wasn't my business. I was not there.
Oh, yeah, maybe I wouldn't be
Yeah.
visiting
Bella
Bella.
in Bella in the
I wouldn't
stars.
take you there.
Obi's house was sick. Like, I think we got there like 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I didn't go home till 4 a.m. And I'm not an outside body. I like my house. I'm
Bro.
always inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll show you a good time, baby girl.
Yeah, maybe not to Vela again. Unless it's Obi's
Soho.
house.
Soho's
yeah.
more classy.
Yeah, we'll go.
And we had a
Hacker, when
couple of
Hacker
strings in Soho as well. You know, I get shaky tables or just
when Hacker's house comes back.
yeah,
That was a vibe. We'll organize
that was
it.
a vibe.
Am I allowed to scream when the bottles come? When
Yeah, scream, girl.
Around those shout.
Wait.
Should
Girl,
I
scream.
be a bit mindful with it?
Maybe when I'm not there. I'm joking.
Screw.
No, see, in
I'm
Dublin,
screaming.
like,
I'm screaming.
in like I don't know, like
We
UK
don't
is
have
so
that
strict.
culture.
Like UK,
No.
you know, it's
Ireland-
lifestyle. It's very strict.
Yeah.
Whereas in Ireland, like be yourself.
So,
like
yeah.
I love that.
I love seeing girls
Yeah.
happy. Like come on, like let's
I love
smile.
I've actually never seen something like that where, like, if a girl was even excited about bottles, that people are kind
Girl,
of
I'm
like,
gonna
no one gives,
scream.
no one gives
Like,
a
to be honest
fuck.
with you, like I've probably never seen it. I'll just,
Yo, I'll be
I'll just
screaming.
TikTok it like.
Not real.
I'll be screaming because it's my money that paid for it.
you
You
get what I
get me, bro?
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that sometimes, like, well, the stigma was like, if you don't know how to act on a table, they'll kick you off.
No, legit.
And then no, we'll
And that's
kick
so
off. Now we're
embarrassing.
standing and and my feet hurt.
Now, yeah.
That's why.
In gem pop.
That's the only reason
Wait,
why I like the VIP. So I can sit.
I'm so bad. I call it.
feel,
What do I call
bro?
it? I call it what's it called? I forgot what I called it. What I call gem pop. Congregation.
Crazy.
Congregation is crazy. Oh my god.
They've been giving congregation.
Have you guys partied in like London?
Of course.
Where'd you guys like to go?
I haven't been out in London in a while, actually.
I've been.
I've never been to Eden.
Obviously, I've been Drip London. I've been to the Tape. I've
never
been
been
to
to Drip.
Coco Cure.
Okay.
I've been to a lot of clubs. One time I was in a club in flipping Shah. I was there. in
What's
the
that?
Do you know the
countryside.
place that we went the last time?
Would they put
with
things on our
Paul?
phone?
Drip London.
Was that Drip?
Yeah.
I like Strip.
Wait, what's that
No.
place they put it on their phone?
We went to this nightclub, and I swear
In
to God, I
Central.
actually started praying once I got in there because it just, to me, just didn't feel right.
The titties was out, bruh.
When there was like a red room, and when you go in there, they literally put a sticker on the back of your phone so you can't record. So as I'm entering this place, I say, what is God's name is
Yeah, no,
going
that's
on that I
actually quite
can't have
scary.
my phone and I can't record visuals?
What
or
was
anything.
going on?
It's just so high.
Yeah.
It's very.
Titties.
Yeah, OnlyFans.
We get
OnlyFans
it.
would
Titties
make
and
a lot
tape.
of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally sat on one corner and I was like, the blood.
Yeah.
No, do you get what I mean? That's quite scary.
anything
That
happen
is
here.
very, very
So
scary.
it's just not it for me personally.
Yeah. But girl, honestly, you're such a light. Do you know what I mean? And you said,
are.
I know you said that like there's all these things that you're waiting, like that you're sort of like, oh, Tammy won't be here for this and that. Like, I think take each day as it comes. You know what I
You know
mean?
what? She may not be here physically, but I know that girl's watching over you.
Most definitely. And I never feel alone. I think that's one thing I forgot to mention. Like, whenever I'm alone, so even when I'm in my car driving, I never feel alone because I can feel her pestering me as she did when she was alive.
She will live through not you but all your family.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so beautiful. Like when you hold on to someone, like they will live through you. Like everything that you mentioned just there about like how she taught you to do wigs, like everything that she's taught you, you will live through that, and you will teach your kids if you decide to have them, your nieces, nephews, and like she'll live through you guys for sure.
For sure, yeah.
And also a little shout out to your parents.
No, for real.
They've raised a bunch of amazing kids. I came across your brother as well, and he's talking about all this generational wealth, and it's like same as like Tammy. She had the same mindset. She was like, and it's not like the get rich quick scheme. Like I'm talking about, they have plans for themselves and they're working so hard to build this generational wealth. And I know that has to stem back from your parents. Girl, you got a mortgage at 20 years old. The
Crazy.
hell? She has a mortgage.
Can I move in? You take your time.
20 years old. Sleep
That's so
over.
amazing. That's so amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people aren't doing the things that
I'm doing.
your siblings did. Your parents are extraordinary. That's why they created extraordinary children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
literally.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mortgage is a big deal.
Thank you so
And is it
much.
cost of living crisis?
Bro, legit, I had to save.
You have
like,
to. Do you have
crazy.
TikToks on that?
Yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
follow
bit-
you on TikTok
does.
after.
Yeah, it's a bit like down in my page because it was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reload
a bit
it.
over a year, Yeah.
Reload it because
Yeah,
we need that content, bro.
Reload your old
Yeah.
stuff, 100%. I'm
Nice to get on
being
that.
serious. Like I got lost in your page. Like
Oh, really?
I was scrolling through
All
everything.
over it, yeah.
Yeah. No, you are amazing.
I really appreciate
Did you have fun?
that. I did. I had a wall.
This was an amazing. This is probably my favorite episode.
Oh, you guys just have to say that.
They're about
No,
to cry.
I've
though.
never said that.
They'll
I've
cry.
never
Oh,
said that.
really?
I'm an emotional gangster. I've never gotten to that stage of wanting to cry with the camera on.
Oh.
I was there, like when.
It's so funny.
That's tough. No, yeah. I think seeing my friends cry, you know. Anyways, that's not. We're ending on good
Yeah,
note.
no, like when I
Yeah.
brought this to the girls, I was like, guys, I know this one is going to be special. It's going to be different because I genuinely hold you so close to my heart. Like, I love watching your stuff, the little cartoons that you've done with your sister. I mean it. I've watched absolutely everything.
No, I appreciate that.
We
You are
appreciate
amazing.
We appreciate you coming on, honestly.
And thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me a space to talk. It gets tiring talking on my own page.
You can have a space here whenever.
Baby girl, we will let the other podcasts know as well to
giving
reach
VIP.
you out because we want Tammy's legacy to live on.
Yeah.
Of course.
We will we'll reach out to people and be like, guys, get her on because the story is it shook me. I'm not even someone who watches the news, and I'm telling you, I have gone down a spiral hole because I'm like, who am I cussing now? Who am I writing an email to? Who do I have to protest for? Because we're gonna get justice, and I don't think we're gonna back. No one's gonna back down until we get the justice.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Listeners, please follow her on all her social media platforms.
Yes.
And tune in next week for your weekly
Weekly
subscription
subscription
to the gist.